Alright, guys, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk about some Final Fantasy games. Yeah, this is my background. If you can see that, I'm sorry. If not, then that's what's gonna happen. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be cool. Um, I'm just gonna sit here and talk to you about some, games and things like that. Start with the first Final Fantasy. Never, ever really played it. Uh, Moving on to Final Fantasy 2. Nah, never really played it. But I saw somebody play it. It looked pretty good. It was on the first PlayStation, so it was pretty good. From what I understand, all the series is pretty good. Um, we're gonna jump all the way up to 7 now because I haven't played anywhere from the first one to the sixth one. So, in that case, we're just gonna jump all the way up to the seventh one. Okay, the seventh one. Cloud going against Sephiroth. That's a pretty good one. Genova, all that stuff in there. You got to figure out, what you're going to do in time with this. Uh, it's pretty good, ain't it? You got to know what's going on. Figure out how's it going. Figure out what's going on. It's pretty good. I don't know. Um, it seems like a lot of people need to understand, that you can't judge books by its cover. That goes the same way with games. Don't don't hack it till you try it. You know what I mean? It's a pretty good game. Final Fantasy VII is pretty good. I would recommend it to people who like a lot of strategy, a lot of games like that. All the Final Fantasy games are like that. Strategy and what you got to do, what you got to use, what characters you got to use, everything like that. Certain summons, certain things like that. Um, Same way with anything. I mean, you got to know what's going on with this and going on with that. Um, then it's gotta go on, gonna do this, gonna do that. Let's move on to Final Fantasy VIII. I'm going quick with these reviews because I gotta get ready for work and stuff here for a little bit. But I thought I'd throw up another review guy for you because I did my intro today. I gotta start getting all my videos. Um, Final Fantasy VIII, pretty good. You got Squall going on there. You got what's that guy's name? Zypher. Just things like that. You gotta get moving on with that. You gotta go on. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. You got things. That's another strategy game too. You get a summons in the beginning. I forget who it was. I think it was either Ifrit or you know Odin or someone in the beginning there. Um, he's pretty good. Of course, no, I think it was Diablos. I think you get Diablos in the beginning, which I accidentally need to start over with that game because I kind of messed up and I kind of didn't get that when I finished the thing. I didn't go back to the classroom and actually get that summon out of my computer. So I was pretty done with that. So I got to replay the game through and actually get him because I'm trying to go through and actually get all the summons and things like that and reviews and all that stuff. I gotta look up to see how to get certain summons and things like that. I want to play through the game fully and try to do all of that. Now we're moving up to Final Fantasy IX. Okay. Um, about before we go to the end of 9, about 8, I would actually recommend. You know, before going, yeah, I would recommend 8 to someone as well. That's also a pretty good game if you like action packed. If you like funny stunts and stuff like that. Seven's the same way too. The one I talked about before. It was pretty good. Now on to 9. Nine's pretty cool. You gotta save a princess from this you know, evil person. Uh, you got guy with the cat, got guy with a tail. You got a black mage. You got people following you. You got help. You got everybody helping you out during the storyline. Storyline's really good. I enjoy that. It looks a little kiddish, but don't follow the kiddish side to it. It's a really good game. If you ever want to see previews though, just look it up on YouTube. They have a bunch of YouTube stuff on there. It's pretty good. I'll have to agree though that there's some things that can be changed from it. Then there's some things that don't have to be changed from it. I actually agree with you. For once in a lifetime, I actually agree with somebody. The game is kind of slow at first, but once you get into it, it gets pretty good. I got kind of far, I was on like I don't know the second disc maybe. There's 3 or 4 discs of that game. I was on like the second disc, and it was getting kind of boring to me. But once you pass the second disc, it just gets kind of interesting. I got to the second one, and then my PlayStation died, unfortunately, so I couldn't really finish that. So I might get it for PlayStation 2. I might get it for an emulator here. Then I might try it out. Moving on to Final Fantasy X. I started playing that on the PS2 emulator here for the PC. I mean, it's pretty good. Not the best Final Fantasy game. Gen 2 is pretty good. Because of the sequel thing there. 10 and 10-2 are kind of like, their own little storylines going on there. That's pretty cool that they linked them together. But 10, I gotta play a little bit more. It's really not, with Titus or Titus or however you pronounce his name. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, he got a little, got a little thing going on and everything like that. I mean, you gotta figure that out. Gotta do this, gotta do that. It's pretty cool. It's kind of slow at first, but I mean, it's gonna be slow at first. It's gonna be hard. It's one of those. It's kind of like a puzzle game. You gotta figure out what the puzzle's gonna be. Gotta figure out what's gonna go on. I mean, you can't. It's just one of those things. I mean, you gotta know what's going on. Gotta figure this out. Let's move on. Well, I haven't really played any more. I only played 10 and 10-2 up to 10-2. Throw a little more review about 10-2. You're the, your girls, okay, your Yuna and all those other characters in there, if you ever played the game. You're pretty much following the sequel to 10, and you're going back and finding out, what the damages were from what happened and fixing them, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a new storyline, but it's like its own story. It's not its own storyline. It's a continued storyline, basically. But with your chicks, I mean, you get to go in as chicks. That's the cool part. I mean, guys, it's a good game for you to play because you get to see chicks. Chicks are pretty cool. I like playing the game because, I tried playing a little bit. I had it going a while. Then I stopped. Once again, I rented it and my PlayStation acted up and I couldn't play it anymore because it froze on me for some reason. And, we're gonna go on. Final Fantasy is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, series is really good. I would recommend it to, a lot of people. If you like action, you like humor, you like RPGs, you like things like that. You like time-consuming games. That's what it is. Final Fantasy is a time-consuming game. And you will be addicted. I'm not going to lie. You will be addicted. Addicted, as much as I hate to say it, you will be addicted. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stop talking here. If you have any comments or anything below, go ahead and post them down in the comments below. Alright, I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.